The stars of NXT collide tonight in this brand new edition of NXT Takeover. Every championship is on the line, including the brand new championship introduced. The NXT North American Championship finally comes to Universe Mode here tonight. And it's not just about championships here tonight, it's about settling grudges, settling the score. Rivals will collide in a bitter battle to prove who is the best of the best right here in NXT. And tonight we're going to kick it all off with one of those grudge matchups as Matt Riddle, the bro himself, is on his way to the ring to face off against, well, Keith Lee. It is going to be an interesting matchup, this one. And this has got plenty of history behind it. These two have met once before at TakeOver in what was their NXT tryout match. It was a match to determine who was going to get a contract in NXT, Matt Riddle or Keith Lee. In the end, it was Matt Riddle who beat Keith Lee on that night. And of course, since then, Matt Riddle has gone on to become one of the top stars in NXT, even getting himself an NXT Championship match, which of course, he pinned Keith Lee in that six-way match to earn that matchup. And Keith Lee cost him the chance to become NXT Champion when he interrupted that match and took out Matt Riddle, costing him the match entirely. So Keith Lee is a bitter man at the moment. He is not happy at all. Matt Riddle is not happy that Keith Lee cost him that championship opportunity, but Keith Lee is not happy that Matt Riddle cost him months of his career. Keith Lee, when he lost that tryout match, had to sit on the sidelines, whilst Matt Riddle, well, obviously became a star here in NXT, really rose to the top. Undefeated is Matt Riddle. Keith Lee, on the other hand, well, his record isn't all that flash. Matt Riddle's been able to get the best of him on every occasion. Keith Lee just cannot handle it anymore. He wants his revenge. He wants to finally beat Riddle and move on with his career and start rising to the ranks himself. Matt Riddle wants to get away from Keith Lee and move on from this chapter of his career so he can go on to become NXT Champion at some point. Well, this matchup is underway as an early start there by both competitors getting some offense in, but it's Matt Riddle with the big knee. And early cover here, Keith Lee in a bit of trouble. It's a quick kick out though. Well, this is obviously going to be very interesting because both men know each other so well by now. A few encounters against one another, of course, including that big, takeover match. So surely there's plenty of experience here. They should know each other quite well. But what I feel like will be the key factor about this one is who's been able to evolve, themselves the most, because it has been quite some time since that NXT matchup, that tryout match that they had at TakeOver. They've had some battles since, of course, but there's been plenty of time in between all this drama between these two. So you have to wonder, how long will this go on for? Will this be the end of it, even if it is, a finishing decision tonight? Will these two continue to fight each other? And, who's been able to learn, who's been able to adapt, who's been able to, obviously improve their skills throughout their time at NXT, and at the moment, it's Matt Riddle showing us that it may be him. Another big shot by Riddle. He's connecting flush on the jaw with those. Keith Lee can't handle too many more of those before it'll be lights out, game over for him as Lee, look out, Hurricane Rana from the big man. And that's what Lee can do. He's got a lot of size, but he can move around like a cruiserweight at times. He's very, very impressive. Speaking of cruiserweights, we've got Humberto Carillo. He's going to be challenging Ricochet for the Cruiserweight Championship here tonight. It's one of many matchups. And of course, if you want to watch a specific match on tonight's episode of NXT TakeOver, you can of course head to the description down below and click on the timestamp, and it'll take you to whichever match you would like to see first. Of course, if you haven't already, do leave a like on the episode. That way we know if you are enjoying the Universe Mode content. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter at BrendenPlayz to stay up to date with everything to do with Universe Mode and find out when the next episode will drop right there on my Twitter page. Back to the match right now as Matt Riddle has got his legs wrapped around Lee as he belted in some elbow strikes right on the top of Lee's head. Went for that big knee again, I think, as Lee belly to belly to the slam. That's what you want to see from Keith Lee. The power game, the big win. Oh, he attempted to chop him there with a big shot. That time it connected. The first one missed. And now into the moonsault, but missing his mark. He quickly hit that moonsault. Now combinations here by Matt Riddle. He really caught him well on that big right hand in the end. Now the knee again. Riddle, belly to belly himself, but not quite a slam. He kind of threw him over the top a little bit there, as now he continues to strike with those elbows. Matt Riddle, as we said, undefeated and has really looked likely to go on to become NXT Champion at some point. Many say he was probably going to beat EC3 in their title match. This is why Riddle is on a whole nother level right now. Keith Lee really needs to step up his game. Lee hasn't had a stellar record since coming to NXT, and, you know, I think it's this whole Matt Riddle issue that's really weighing over his head. He's still so obsessed with Riddle, as, oh my goodness, what a strike there. He's so obsessed with Riddle that he just can't really move on and really focus on what's at hand, and that's becoming champion. Now, of course, the North American Championship will be introduced later on tonight. Either Cassius or Roderick Strong will be the champion at the end of tonight. And one of these two, you know, will definitely make a great champion. Maybe if not both at some point, but I can certainly see one of these two men going on to win that championship at some point. If not the NXT Championship, the big prize. Lee this time hits the moonsault. Standing moonsault connecting well. Oh no, he's going to the top. This is not good for Matt Riddle. Keith Lee up top. Turns around. Here comes the big man, but he gets the knees up, does Riddle. Riddle with the knees. He went for the moonsault off the top. Paid the price. Riddle able to find the knees now with a great takedown into the rights. Keith Lee just missing his mark a little bit here, trying a little bit too much. I think Lee's just got to stick to his power game. Don't worry about jumping off the top. That's more like it. Pick him up and drive him into the canvas. That's what Lee's going to do. Can it be enough? No. Don't worry about limping off the top, finding moonsaults, shooting star presses, you name it. Don't worry about any of that stuff. Just worry about the target at hand. Pick him up, slam him to the canvas, and this is how he's going to do it. Keith Lee has his mark done. This could be it, but the referee says, you know what, Keith, you got to find the rope break. It is a break indeed, and Matt Riddle has a reprieve for now. Riddle against the ropes. Riddle trying to get Lee off his feet, couldn't do it. Now the big bear hug. This is a bit of a throwback right now. Just wrench the arms around the body, squeeze him, and try and force him to submit. Keith Lee squeezing the life out of Matt Riddle and could potentially pick up the win. Maybe that's more like it. Overhead throw. Release suplex. Could be it. Oh, very close to the 3. 2.5 there from Matt Riddle. He needs to try and find some offense quick because Keith Lee is on a roll. Oh, there's the knee and does get the big man down off of his feet. And that might be the offense that Riddle needs to spark some sort of comeback here, as Keith Lee is certainly on the verge of maybe taking this one away from him. Big right there from Lee. Now the belly to belly again. And Riddle, look at those combinations. How quick did he strike down Keith Lee? And again, he's going to go for that as an open-handed slap at the end. Brings his opponent down onto his back. And Lee, a little bit groggy now. Riddle, here we go, into the suplex. The big kick into the German suplex. Keith Lee is down. Matt Riddle to do it. Riddle to beat Lee again! No, a kick out at 2, and the bro can't believe it, but he has to. He needs to find more. Keith Lee staggering, can barely get to his feet right now. Riddle with the big knockout kick! And now look at that, just slamming those fists in, and now the submission. He's got Lee wrapped up. Keith Lee nowhere to go, near the center of the ring. Keith Lee, will he tap out the big man? You wouldn't think he would. But Matt Riddle maybe losing his grip. Keith Lee able to escape. And Lee fires back with a Hurricane Rana. And now wants this crowd to bask in his glory. It's rare to see crowds these days, but we've got one here tonight at TakeOver, and they're certainly supporting Matt Riddle at the moment. Keith Lee trying to come back into this one and shut down Matt Riddle's offense. Lee, though, he's eating these kicks, and he's really not affecting him, but that will, though. Leaping up with a knee, that will take Lee off of his feet, and we're counting down at the moment. 5 more seconds to go until Keith Lee will be counted out, as well as Matt Riddle right now, despite the fact that Riddle's in control. Riddle recognizes that and gets his opponent back in the ring. Keith Lee in trouble here. And the Bro trying to potentially put Lee away in the next few moments. He's got Lee in a seated position. Lee back to his feet thanks to Riddle. But Lee, oh, what a comeback there from Lee, using his head as a weapon, but Riddle quickly fires back and finds a knee. That headbutt was vicious, but Riddle recognizes it quickly, found a knee, but Riddle needs to try and wrestle back control as Keith Lee trying to get a headlock here. And just trying to squeeze a bit more pressure onto Matt Riddle. And it's Riddle looking to find an elbow too. Able to break free. And Matt Riddle looking for the knee again. Gets caught with a belly-to-belly slam. Riddle now in trouble. The hook of the leg. And another kick out. As Keith Lee is getting closer and closer to potentially winning this thing. Lee though, oh, bowls over the ref. Riddle, look out. Big kick. Going for the cover, but there's no ref. Where's the referee? He's here now. 2, and that's all he'll get. Could have been 3 if the referee hadn't have been hit by Lee. Lee saved by his own accidental offense. Riddle, DDT. Keith Lee in trouble. Keith Lee's in the corner. Riddle with the knee again. How many more can he take? Knee after knee, kick after kick. Keith Lee surely can't take too many more. Hurricane Runner again. Lee desperately trying to stay in this. This would be huge. This would catapult his career. Give Matt Riddle his first loss on TakeOver. Riddle, though, countering. Riddle has a counter for just about everything that Lee's offering tonight. He's well prepared for this one. He's done his homework. Keith Lee can't take advantage at all whenever he has the chance to. The next big move could do it here. Big strike. Riddle goes down. But once again, Lee taunting the crowd. I'm not sure about that decision. He's wasting time. Riddle wastes no time to get Lee back inside. Matt Riddle looking for it, is he? He's got Lee up. Spins him around. There's the knee. Into the suplex. Shoulders down. Lee in trouble. Riddle gets it. The Bro has done it. He's beaten Keith Lee again. Oh, Keith Lee just can't find a way to stop Matt Riddle. And Riddle continues to impress. How good is this man? He is really rising through the ranks rapidly in NXT. This is a guy to keep your eye on, ladies and gentlemen. Another win tonight, and it makes it 8 in a row as he celebrates, but wait on. Keith Lee behind him, and Keith Lee straight in his face again. He wants to keep fighting. Lee's not done yet. He continues to taunt Riddle, and now Lee with a cheap shot. Well, Riddle was talking some smack back to him, and Keith Lee's had enough. He wants to fight some more, and a splash in the corner. Well, why is he doing this? He's lost fair and square. Riddle beat him, and Lee just clearly can't accept the fact that he's been beaten again by Matt Riddle. It's his 4th loss in NXT, and Matt Riddle's been behind 3 of them. As Riddle slammed down by Lee, great power by Keith Lee. And this man, whilst the loss tonight, is still a star on the rise. But now he just needs to move on from Matt Riddle, put this part of his career behind him, and forget about it. Maybe these two will meet down the road once again for the NXT Championship at some point, but for now, Lee needs to move on and focus on his own career here in NXT. Cruiserweight Championship on the line, and our next contest is Humberto Carillo gets his opportunity against Ricochet. Well, this will be an interesting one because we haven't seen all that much of Humberto, but from what we have seen, he has shown that this guy can hang. This guy can be a threat to that Cruiserweight Championship at the moment. It's early days for him here in NXT, but this is a guy that has a bit of potential about him, and he won a Fatal 4-Way to earn this opportunity on a recent episode of NXT. 3 wins to his name. Bit of a slow start, but he's making up for lost time in the last few weeks after picking up a couple of wins in a row. He's on a bit of a roll. The momentum is there. He's facing a man who has been on a roll for quite some time now. His name is Ricochet. He's the Cruiserweight champion. He's got all the moves in the book. He's at the top of his game right now. This is why Humberto is in for a very, very difficult task tonight to try and stop Ricochet. This should be a good contest here. 2 great high flyers going at it. But Ricochet, his record isn't the best that you'd expect, but the thing about those 9 wins, the majority of them are all, in a short space of time. I don't have the exact number, but I would probably assume those last 9 wins are probably from his last 11 or so matches. He's been on a roll. He had a very poor start to his run in NXT, loss after loss after loss. But after he bounced back from that, gained some momentum, went on to win the Cruiserweight Championship and has not looked back since. And we don't have a plethora of Cruiserweights really shining through the ranks to, knock the door down to be the next contender. And that's why this match is so intriguing, because you got a guy such as Humberto, who is new to the scene, only had a handful of matches, still very much so unproven. So here's the deal, can Ricochet beat this guy? You'd have to say so on paper. It will probably happen, but you just never know. This is one of those matchups that, Humberto has got nothing to lose. Nobody expected him to be in this match. Nobody really expects him to win, but if he does, it would be huge for his career. So Ricochet needs to make sure he doesn't take Humberto lightly. He needs to make sure that he's focused and gives everything he's got. Our first championship match of the night, it is underway. Ricochet versus Humberto Carillo. What a start there by Humberto. Beautiful move to get this underway. And another clothesline to follow it up. This man looking to make a statement early on in this contest, but Ricochet clotheslines him to the outside. Well, this match could be over very quickly. The way this has started, quick pace. Ricochet taunting Humberto, but gets caught out there on the apron because of it. Well, we know Ricochet, how good he has been. He's had his battles with Johnny Gargano, one of the great Cruiserweight champions, Tommaso Ciampa as well, who's competing later on in our main event for the NXT Championship. And of course, probably his toughest battle has been his rivalry with Mustafa Ali. What a battle they had. Ricochet ultimately got the better of him. Count of 6 now as these guys battling the outside, slugging away these rights and lefts. Now the kicks as well. Humberto getting the upper hand here. Needs to get Ricochet back in the ring or get in there himself. Count of 8. He'll roll in. He needs to get back out if he wants to win the championship, and he does. Breaks the count. Count out will not be what he needs tonight to win that championship. The title will not change hands. Attempted right hand by Ricochet, missing. Humberto gets him up on the shoulders, the fireman's carry, and now drops him down behind him. And a bit of a Samoan drop top maneuver there from Humberto Carillo. And Ricochet, whoa, thought he was going to get the counter. Instead, he gets met with the DDT. Ricochet, well, I would say he's really behind here. Humberto showing us what he can do, but there's the double knees. And now the champion back where he needs to be, in control. Ricochet drops him down there with the 1916. Ricochet looking pretty good. Can he keep this momentum building? Humberto's come out here strong. Ricochet went for a left. He missed. Now Ricochet can be caught out potentially here. Ricochet trying to shut down this offense from Carillo. I don't know if that was the wisest move from Carillo, trying to slow it down a little bit and go for a chin lock. Instead, I think he needs to keep the pace flowing here. This high-intensity action has kind of upset Ricochet a little bit because that's normally his type of game. Humberto trying to fight fire with fire. And Ricochet, at the moment, is a little bit upset, unsettled. Tosses Humberto to the outside. Here comes the champ. Over the top and lands right down on Humberto and lands on his feet as well. That's why he's the champion. He has got all the moves in the book, but Humberto not too fazed by it as he gets Ricochet back into the steel steps. And again. Humberto Carillo. This would be a huge upset as he gets now put in the steel steps. New to the game, new to universe mode, new to the scene. Can he get this done? This would be a tremendous start to his career. A huge feather on the cap, not just to win the Cruiserweight Championship, but to get a win over Ricochet would be huge for his confidence. Beautiful head scissors as well, flying through the air. And now Ricochet. Well, this could be a count out again. Humberto's got to get back out there and break this count. He does. Ooh, the referee was counting 10 as Humberto got out of there. That was almost a count out. And if it had been, Ricochet would have lost, but it wouldn't have mattered. It would have just been a count out loss. The title would not have changed hands. Second time in this match, Humberto has been dangerously close to getting counted out. And whilst he's looked quite impressive, probably his ring instincts here aren't quite on point. He needs to try and make sure that he's managing the count a little bit better and having a bit more of awareness of what's going on around him. Ricochet back in the ring now. And with the takedown. Attempted right hand, missing. Humberto trying to get him towards the rope. He's really liking trying to get Ricochet out of the ring. I feel as though Humberto, that's his game plan heading in here. Get to the outside and try and brawl a little bit out there. It's worked for the most part, but it may not get the job done. As now the submission, he's got the arm wrapped up and the leg, but Humberto quickly scurries out of it. Snapmare, and now the drop kick into the back. This could be it here for Ricochet. If Humberto can find something big, the champion could be about to be beaten. As now Humberto still in control. He's got a bit more size than Ricochet. He's utilizing that. He's now got him in the corner, right where he wants him. And he springs off the ropes, lands down on Ricochet, hooks the leg. Champion in trouble. New champion? No, it's the shoulder up there by Ricochet. Well, I got to say, the referee a little bit slow in position there and may have just cost Humberto. This has been a fine showing, though, from the challenger. Up top. And this time he spins to the air again. Corkscrews and lands down on Ricochet. He's going to go for it again. Humberto going to the well. One too many times. The knees up by Ricochet. And that's a rookie mistake. Go for the cover when he had it the first time. Instead, he wanted a little bit more. But he hasn't lost momentum yet. He hasn't lost his control. He's still got it. The champion's still in trouble. Ricochet fighting for his life here. Fighting to keep the title around his waist. Ricochet picks him up and a powerbomb. Now's the time for Ricochet. He's got to end this quick. He's in trouble. And now Ricochet lands him head first into the canvas. Hooks the leg, could be all here. The champion could do it. No. Well, this is it for Ricochet. This is make or break. What he does next could determine this match. And he's lost control again. Humberto, not sure about this tactic. I think he's got to try and keep this pace rolling. And this is why Ricochet able to break through it pretty comfortably. And the champion, double knees right to the face. Could be it, the knockout blow. And he's got it. Ricochet lands the knees and cracking the skull of Humberto Carillo. And the challenger, as we said, going for another chin lock. Not the wisest idea. He had the match in his hands, and he just wasted his chance. He wasted his time. Instead, Ricochet gets up, finds the move that he needed to get the job done. Knee to the face, and Ricochet knocks out Humberto, and his chances are gone up in flames. Good match between these two. High intensity, high action, and the pacing was certainly quick. That's exactly what you expect to see from the Cruiserweights. Well, Ricochet, I wouldn't say he won convincingly. I think he survived tonight. Humberto was impressive, but Ricochet found a way, and that's all that matters. He still is your Cruiserweight champion. The next contest will be for the Tag Team Championships of NXT. And it's the fun-loving, party-going Street Profits. They're going to be facing, well, a polar opposite tag team of the Viking Raiders here tonight. Street Profits, so much to like about this duo, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins. We have seen some great moments from this tag team here in Universe Mode. Montez Ford has been excellent individually at times. Angelo Dawkins, always difficult to contend with. But the big question is, when will they win the tag team gold? They've had their shots, they've had their chances, and they've failed. Is this going to be their time? They're coming up against a team that is undefeated in the Viking Raiders. So it begs the question, will they ever win the tag team gold? Will it ever happen? I don't know. Tonight, it's a perfect opportunity. This is a team coming off a few wins, have had some battles against the Forgotten Sons, picked up some wins there. Of course, Oney Lorcan and Denny Burch have been in their way as well. They've got a pretty decent record here in Universe Mode. Not the best you'll ever come across, but they have certainly been at one of the top teams here in the division for quite some time. Well, there's no doubt about it. They love to have fun, they love to party, but it's time to get down to business and focus on the task at hand. It's all well and good to have fun, but you've got to get the job done when it counts the most. And this is when it counts. NXT Takeover. The NXT Tag Team titles on the line. And they are up against this team, the Viking Raiders. One of the most dominant teams to come through NXT. They've dominated all around the world, and they have yet to take a loss. This is the real deal right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is a team that will certainly cause a lot of trouble. Eric and Ivar, 9 wins, no blemishes. Anyone that's come across their way, they have put down, and with ease. So the question remains, who will be the individuals or team that gets the job done? They haven't lost singles matches, they haven't lost tag matches, they just haven't had any issues at all. So this is going to be a tough assignment for the Street Profits. If anyone can do it, it may just be Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. But they might have to pull out a rabbit out of the hat and perform something that no one has seen before. Find something that gives them a little bit of an edge, because I'm not really sure what that will be for them. Montez Ford, you know, we've seen him do some great stuff. He's an exciting talent individually. Angelo Dawkins, I feel as though hasn't quite lived up to his expectations of the team. It's been Ford that really has been the driving force behind their success. If they're going to win tonight, they need Dawkins to really match up well, especially against some of the big guns here in the tag team division, and more specifically in this match, Eric and Ivar, both big men. Well, this one's underway. Angelo Dawkins in there with Eric to get us going here tonight. It should be a good contest here, of course. As we said, Angelo Dawkins needs to match up well against Eric. Ivar's got a little bit too much size for him, but this is important for Angelo. I feel as though for his own personal development and for the sake of the team, he needs to step up. as he gets Eric against the ropes and tries for a flying uppercut. Couldn't quite land it. And he misses the mark to get us going here in this one. Street Profits, as we said, picked up some wins over the last few weeks to earn this opportunity. Going for that corkscrew uppercut again, missing. But of course, it's been the Viking Raiders that just continue to win. They've been able to beat everybody in their way. And I suppose the big question will be, if it's not going to be the Street Profits tonight, who will it be in the end? And that's going to be hard to say. A lot of teams are still learning their way, still gaining experience, whereas the Viking Raiders have all the experience. It might be a case that they might just vacate the tag titles, move up to Raw, SmackDown, and go to dominate there. That's a very big possibility. They're chasing 10 in a row tonight. As these two men butting heads at the moment. It is Ivar with Angelo Dawkins, who's over the top of the rope, and Ivar looking to maybe steamroll Dawkins here. He's got him up on the ropes. And a clubbing right into the back of Angelo. Oh, wow, what a right hand there to follow it up. And that's what you get in there, that's what you have to face when you get in there with the Viking Raiders. You're going to have to get hit hard. You're going to have to face a huge impactful offense. An offense that's just going to hurt you so viciously every time it connects. Dawkins there able to find a knee and looking for the tag. So Montez Ford now into this one, and he needs to rely on his speed and agility. He can fly around the ring, he can move, he's so quick, he's so athletic, and he needs to utilize all those traits here tonight as he drops an elbow. And we've been very impressed by Ford, and I feel as though he's been the stronger out of the two in the tag team of the Street Profits. But this is not when you need to focus on your individual effort. You need to work together as a team. And he misses the mark there. He allows the tag as Eric comes in and hits a Superman punch right on the jaw. Wow, he hit that very, very well. And that's a mistake from Montez Ford, allowing that tag. And that's the experience of the Viking Raiders. They sense a small little issue there. They needed to get a tag and they're able to get it quickly when Ford was not expecting it at all and misses the spinning kick. Well, now Eric has got Ford right where he wants him, hurting and just slowly beating him down. Just clubbing him with those right hands, driving the knee into the spine. Now the spinning forearm, and Ford goes down in a heap. And now the tag again, and they're not even worried, the Viking Raiders. They say, look, get Dawkins in. We're not worried. And, that might be why. Dawkins going for the takedown. And I think Ivar just lifted a knee, and that was all he had to do. Over the top rope now. Trouble here for Ivar if Dawkins can take advantage. Looking to suplex him back in the ring. And there's the strength of Dawkins. And that's what he needs to show tonight. He needs to match up well with Ivar. And so far, he's showing it in this exchange. Big right hand. Might be looking for the cover here to try and win it. Here we go. And a count of one. Slowish count by the referee, but still just the one. And now, Dawkins with another strike into the back of Ivar. And Dawkins going to try and stretch him, and don't mind that. An abdominal stretch. Working away on the body, but that's going to be shut down pretty quickly by Ivar. Missing the right hand. And instead, he's going to try and wrap the arm up. And he's got it certainly wrapped now. Trouble here for him. More lefts. Working away on the body. And an elbow. And now the SDO. So this is comprehensive here from the Viking Raiders. Just when Ford or Dawkins get a bit of offense going, they shut it down, and every time they hit you so hard, it just hurts you so much more than most teams. Now utilizing his power just to toss him down, and just throws him with ease, and a big super kick right on the jaw. Dawkins is down, caving that jaw in, and now this could be about to be the end for Angelo Dawkins. He's now been stretched away, but Montez Ford drop kicks him into the back. Barely affected him though, but enough to break it up. And enough to allow Dawkins to get back into this. Backbreaker. Could be all here with the cover, but no, a quick kick out again. Well, Eric was in there just in case. He was a little bit worried, perhaps. Just there to make sure that Ford didn't try anything a little bit too risky. Right hand there by Dawkins. Dawkins has got to try and prove himself here. This is when it counts the most. He needs to step up. He's trying his hardest right now to stay in there, stay in this fight with the Viking Raiders, but they're so big, they're so tough. Especially Ivar, he can move a bit like Montez Ford at times. As now the back suplex. This is looking good from Dawkins, but he'll tag in his partner, and probably not a bad idea. Dawkins able to survive that exchange, get Ford in, and see if Montez can find something. DDT! Ivar's hurting. Ford trying to win it here. He'll roll him over slowly. Hooks the leg. Could be all here for the Viking Raiders. Their first loss. Not yet. It's a kick out at 2, and Ivar back to his feet. Went for the right. Blocked there by Ford. And this is where Ford needs to utilize his brilliance. He's been so good in a few certain matchups we've seen, and he's a little bit out there at times, as we can see right now. And sometimes you got to be a little bit crazy to be successful, and that's what he's trying to be. But swept off his feet. The tag's been made. Eric is back in, and Eric will look to try and finish the job here for the Viking Raiders. My goodness, what a knee! That knee may have knocked him out cold, may win the match for them, and a kick out at 2. Ford barely moving though. He used everything he had left to kick out. He's going to try and get back into this, somehow get a tag, a belly to belly, and he nips back up to his feet. Okay, that works. But shrugged away quickly, and Eric says enough of this. Brings in the big guard of Ivar again. And Ivar, ooh, he misses himself. Chance here for Ford. Montez Ford posing for the fans. I don't know about this. This is a waste of time. This is for the tag titles. He needs to take this more seriously. Running Bulldog. What does he do next? That's the big question. What he produces next may win him this match, or may even lose it for him. Ivar, oh no! He's got him up! Up on the shoulders and drives him down head first. And that could be the ball game right there. Ivar drives him into the canvas. And that is it. Dawkins too slow. He hesitated for a moment, and it's cost him. Montez Ford not kicking out of that. And it was a bit of a war for the Viking Raiders, but this is a machine that just keeps on going. They keep on winning. They have won again, 10 in a row, undefeated. The Street Profits had, well, I would say no chance tonight. Every time they got something going, it was shut down by the brute force of the Viking Raiders. This is a team that may never be beaten in NXT. 10 in a row. They've run through the tag division now. Is there anyone left that can take them down? I don't know. Roderick, you're just moments away from competing in the inaugural NXT North American Championship match, but I have to ask, Roderick, why did you turn your back on your partner, Kassius Ohno? When I was teaming up with Kassius, it just felt like I was running in the mud. I was doing everything I can to try and move ahead, move forward, capture championships, move up the ranks, become a star, but I just had this weight, I just had this difficulty to move up the card because Kassius Ohno was dead weight on my back, and I was trying to carry the load of this team, and he just kept on dragging me back down to his level. You know, we should have been tag team champions on Raw. We had all the ability. There was no excuse. We should have dominated when we moved up there, but instead, we became an afterthought. Nobody thought of us as championship caliber anymore. In fact, we couldn't even get on the show. I had to do something. And when the prospect of coming back to NXT came along, I took that opportunity. Because a group of winners realized my talents, realized my potential in the Undisputed Era. They realized that I could take them to the next level, whereas I was trying to take Ohno to the next level. and he was holding me down. And now it is time to remove him from the equation. It's time to get rid of him entirely from this company and get rid of him from my life. I am ready to move on. I'm ready to become a champion finally. After years of toiling away, after years of trying and scratching and clawing and not being able to get that title that I had been wanting so badly, tonight is the night where I finally make it happen. And if I have to make sure that Ohno will never compete in this company again, then I will. Because as far as I'm concerned, he does not deserve to be in the same place that I do. He does not deserve the same money that I get. He does not deserve the same fame that I have. Kassius Ohno is dead weight, and tonight I remove the dead weight. I remove him forever, and I go on to become a champion that I deserve to be. Well, some incredibly harsh words from Roderick Strong about this man, Kassius Ohno. And I don't necessarily agree with that sentiment that Kassius Ohno was the dead weight of the group. But Ohno certainly, I felt as though, lifted his game when he joined up with Roderick Strong to form Strong Knockout. And unfortunately that group, that team just fizzled out on Raw. And now back in NXT, these two men no longer see eye to eye and have been presented a chance at the big prize. That is the NXT North American Championship. For the very first time, the title will be on the line. We've been waiting a long time to introduce this championship. We've been waiting for the right moment, and tonight we have two superstars, not only who have a personal issue, but both are desperate to be a champion for the very first time here in NXT. Well, here's the deal. We got two men who have been on NXT for many years now. They went to Raw. They tried their luck to move up and become a main roster star. It didn't work out. Now they're back in NXT, and now they want the prize. They want to be champion once and for all. Both men have tried to become NXT champion in the past with no such success. Well, Roderick Strong comes into this one with a better overall record, 28 wins, one of the most winningest superstars here in NXT, and he still continues to showcase that he is still one of the premier talents here in NXT. There's no doubt about that. This is a guy that, is now joined up with the Undisputed Era. That's a huge get for that group. The Undisputed Era has been missing something. We didn't really know what it was. Things weren't just clicking like they used to. But ever since Roderick Strong has joined up, you just felt as though something is there now with this group. This group is ready to go back to being the dominant force of NXT. And there it is, the North American Championship. The very first time we're going to crown a champion for that title here tonight. And we are underway. Two rivals, two former partners, now rivals going after each other. Roderick Strong with a big start there with a attempted running drop kick. And Ohno having none of it, slamming down Roderick Strong for his own good measure to get himself underway in this contest. Big boot. Well, there's no doubt about these two men. There's no love lost there. They just do not like each other at all. Ohno was attacked by the Undisputed Era when Roderick Strong turned his back on them. And Roderick Strong just wants to move on from this chapter of his career, get away from Ohno once and for all, and really start his campaign as a member of the Undisputed Era and potentially go on to achieve greatness. One of these two will become champion tonight. That's the big deal about this one. The NXT Championship has been a very tough prize to get, and some of the very best of NXT have never been able to get there. And that includes both of these men. The North American Championship presents a brand new opportunity for these men to win another championship and really stake their claim to be one of the best of NXT. And that's what this championship will be all about. These are two men that competed at NXT for years and never really got there. They were just one step away at all times. And now they went to Raw. They looked good there for a while. I definitely thought that they were championship material. But as Roderick Strong said earlier on, they kind of fizzled out. Management lost faith in them. They stopped getting opportunities. And Roderick Strong blames Kassius Ohno for all that, believing that Ohno was the reason why that team just never quite achieved the greatness that it was probably destined to do, because he felt as though Ohno was holding the team down, holding Roderick Strong back. I don't necessarily agree with that. These two men are veterans, both been around for a long time, competed all around the world. They know every trick in the book, every move in the book. And there's no doubt, together, you really believe it was a surefire thing. It was going to be a success. It was going to be tag team gold for this team, no matter what. You just couldn't believe that this team would not be able to coincide and make something special happen. And I definitely thought we were going to see that. I thought this was a team that was going to, give the tag champs on Raw a run for their money. It just didn't happen. Snapmare there by Strong. Tempted dropkick missing. And now, once again with this snapmare, and Kassius Ohno keeping things slow and steady to start. And not a bad idea. Ohno will probably look to try and brawl a little bit more here as Roderick Strong will try and utilize his technical skills. And he has plenty of the big chop to the chest there by Ohno. Dragging Strong towards the middle. Could be all here as he hooks that leg. Here's the cover and a kick out. Ohno can't afford to lose any confidence. He teamed up with Matt Riddle not long ago, was able to score a win. And, he's got to be a good frame of mind heading into this matchup, knowing that he's done the work, he's done the preparation. He should be able to beat Roderick Strong tonight. I just hope the Undisputed Era don't get themselves involved. We know when Adam Cole was NXT champion, shenanigans was certainly the flavor of the month for those guys. They have no issues at all getting themselves involved, just saving the day, helping out one another. Just ask Lars Sullivan. As now, Roderick Strong missing out. Another big shot. And some more strikes there. This time Strong with a DDT. Finds it right there on Ohno. Championship on the line. This is the big deal right now. Roderick Strong looking to gain some momentum, getting himself into a good position here. Kassius Ohno can't afford to get himself into a bit of a rut. Combination strikes. Strong, nice takedown there. And this is where Roderick Strong is at his best, building momentum, finding combinations, wearing you down, out-wrestling you, and just trying to pick apart the body. And so far, so good here tonight from Roderick Strong. This is what you want to see from a man of his caliber. This is a guy that should be able to be champion on any other day, any given day. This is a guy that could be the very best in the company. But for whatever reason, we just have never really seen that from him. And I'm not sure why. Roderick needs to find it. He needs to dig deep and elevate himself to main event status here tonight. And this is going to be a close contest. Right now, Kassius Ohno working his way back into this one. And this is good to see. This is what you want to see from Kassius. Building a bit of momentum back. But Roderick Strong, he's got a bit of swagger about him, a bit of confidence about him. And why wouldn't he? You join up with the Undisputed Era, you should have a newfound confidence. You should be starting to believe in yourself a little bit more. Right now, Roderick Strong looking to take a risk. And he flies through the second rope and finds the boots right to the face of Ohno. Immediately gets him back inside the ring. A chance to win it right here for Roderick Strong. Is he going to waste some time? He's not going to. He's going to get him straight up for the fireman's carry. The double knees! Right to the midsection! Ohno in trouble. This could be all. We're going to crown our first champion for the North American title. Ohno able to get the shoulders up and kick out and stay in this one for now. And running connection there. The boots right there to Kassius Ohno. You can get a full head of steam, but enough contact nonetheless. Shoulders down again. Oh, he nearly had him. That was very close. Almost a 3, and Ohno just stays in it. Into the corner he goes. Finds the elbow, and now the flying knee. And Ohno with the huge knockout elbow. He spun around, and he's whacked him right on the jaw, and that could be all. But a kick at it. Won by Roderick Strong. Ohno wasted time. Referee slow as well. And also the fact that not a lot of damage was really done leading up to it, but that's more like it. And Ohno connecting again. But Kassius Ohno unable to quite secure the deal just yet. He needs to keep on going. Keep building this momentum. And if he can do it, it could be a win for him. Ohno looking good. This would be a tremendous feather in the cap for the career of Kassius Ohno. And beautiful exploiter suplex there from Roderick Strong. And Strong pretty happy with himself at the moment, but he has to realize this match is far from being over. He's almost probably, if I have to say my opinion here, I think he's probably well behind here. Ohno's taking full advantage, full control. And right now, there's a big connection again with the boot. And this could be all here for Roderick Strong. Ohno to do it. And a kick out. Ohno can see the frustration, but realizing now that Roderick Strong's back to his feet. Strong went for a drop kick, didn't quite connect, and got met with a boot right to the face. Now the running senton. Roderick Strong, I think he's in damage control at the moment. He's just trying to do everything he can to stay alive in this contest. Hurricane Rana there by Ohno. And Roderick Strong starting to really be worn down here. This is more so the tactic that he was looking to employ. He's struggling a little bit now. Ohno could be on the verge. One more big move, that knockout strike. He's used it before when they were teaming up to help them win tag matches, but now he's using it against his former partner, not just to win and get the ultimate revenge, but to become the North American champion. And a kick out again. Strong with a strike. And now Kassius trying to shut down the offense there with a boot right to the face, wearing him down. And he has to realize the time has to be now. He's got to try and strike. He's got to try and win it from here. Kassius Ohno picking up Strong, but Roderick with a counter and shuts down the offense there. Just when you think he's going to get some momentum going, just when you think he potentially could be about to win it, it's all gone. More strikes by Roderick Strong, and he's starting to wear down Kassius Ohno and bring himself back into this match. Shoulders down and a kick out. This is the sign of a great competitor. This is the sign of a champion, a man who can get beaten down, but he keeps on getting back up. Strong with the elbow off the top, landing it on the neck and the upper back of Kassius Ohno, who tries to fire back, but he misses out. And Strong getting met with a chop. Another right. Ohno trying to find a bit more offense. And gets met with a swinging neckbreaker, does Roderick Strong, and he realizes the urgency of the situation. He's got to get out of there. He rolls out to the outside of the ring. Finds an elbow. He's just going to keep on going now. He's just going to keep on trying to get any shot that he can in. And that's really both competitors, to be fair. Both men just happy to strike, just happy to throw some bombs and hope that something connects. Just like that. And now picks him up and spins it back down. Roderick Strong could do it here. And Roderick Strong slowly roll him over, looking for the win. Strong can't quite do it. The kick out. Wow, that was very close to this occasion, and this time Roderick Strong is getting close to victory. And he's going to keep on going with the end of Heartache. The knees to the back. Gotta be it. Roderick Strong to become North American champion. No, the shoulder is up just. Wow, I tell you what, that was barely up in time. And barely even got the shoulder up. That was probably the latest he could have left that. And the least convincing kick out you'll see in your lifetime. That shoulder barely got off the canvas. But enough nonetheless to stay in this match. Kassius Ohno is alive. But for how much longer? Roderick Strong relentless. Just going to keep on going. Just going to keep on striking. Keep on trying to hurt his opponent. Wear him down. And Ohno is feeling the effects. And Kassius Ohno. Ooh, there's a knee. Not going to give it up. Ooh, referee though. Bowled over, but seems to be okay. Just caught in the crossfire a little bit, but straight back to his feet. Well, we better keep him on the payroll. He's tough, this one. It's rare to have a tough referee here in NXT, but Ohno, oh, hang on, he caught him with a powerbomb. Ohno, able to find one there. And that was a little bit surprising there for Roderick Strong. He didn't expect that. And now he's over the top rope and crashes to the floor. And Kassius Ohno could be about to bring himself back into this one. He hasn't quite been the same since he got met with Roderick Strong's best shot. And Ohno is in a bit of survival mode at the moment. He's just trying to defend everything, and that will work though, as he brings Strong into the steel ring post. And when all else fails, throw your opponent in the ring post, but still not enough to keep Strong down. Strong! With the backstabber! Grabs a hold of the shoulders of Ohno, and Strong just brought the body of Ohno down straight into the knees. Unfortunately for Kassius Ohno, he's been able to fend off the offense there and stay in it. You have to wonder though, how much longer can he last? He's taken a beating, both men have. And Strong trying to wrestle him to the mat, and oh, this is the arrogance on display, just easily able to outmaneuver Kassius Ohno. And this is why Roderick Strong believes he was the better man out of the team. And that's what Ohno fires back with a spinning shot right on the jaw. Into the cover. Did he waste some time though? 2, and he did. It only gets the 2 count. Well, I was going to just note before, when Roderick Strong was out wrestling Ohno, this is why Strong, believes he's the better of the two, and Ohno was weighing him down. Strong truly believes he's just a far superior wrestler. And to be fair, when given the opportunity, I think he's shown it. But Ohno's a guy who will not quit. He will not back down. Big kick. Could be the knockout kick. Now looking for the knockout blow. And this could be it. There it is. The strike to the back of the head. But he doesn't go for the win. Well, I think the emotion of this contest, the fact that it's a rivalry match, is getting, he's getting caught up in it. Instead of focusing on the win and trying to become champion, he's trying to hurt and beat down Roderick Strong. And it's costing him, because at the moment, Roderick Strong's back in the fight when realistically he should be down and out. Big mistake there by Kassius Ohno. Now Ohno, as you can see, trying to get himself back in control. And geez, he's hit some big strikes. That is just relentless. He has been able to connect with so many heavy strikes that have really hurt Roderick Strong. And that's another example of display right there. And Ohno, boom! Off the top! Roderick Strong in trouble now. Ohno back to his feet. And this is why he could be the champion, and a deserving one. This display of athleticism from a man of his size is so impressive. You love to see it. And Roderick Strong getting a bit of a wake-up call right now that he perhaps isn't as good as he believed to be. And Strong, arm drag. And Roderick Strong, well, he's pretty full of himself if he's bragging about connecting with that. It's not going to get him the win, but yes, he got Ohno out of the ring, but Ohno fires back with a strike, and Strong wasting too much time and may pay the price. It's going to be down to one more big shot, you believe. These two men are just fighting. They're just giving everything they've got. This has been a huge battle, a bit of a war, if you will, between two bitter rivals. But not only that, this is for the NXT North American Championship. For the very first time, we're going to crown that winner. And I tell you what, the winner tonight will be very deserving. This has been a hard-fought match. This has been a very difficult contest for both men, and they're giving everything they've got to become champion. Referee's count is continuing. That'll be the last thing we want, is a double count out, because we won't have a champion at the end of the night. The match may have to be restarted. I don't know how much longer these men can go for. Ohno at the moment went into the steel ring post, but Strong didn't really capitalize on it, but he does now. The count was broken up thanks to Strong, and he gets him back in the ring, and 2 times in the ring post, Ohno is hurting. Roderick Strong sensing that this could be a prime opportunity for him, and here we go. Drives down Ohno, hits Kassius Ohno with a belly-to-back face buster, and that could be all. Ohno struggling, he's down, he looks lifeless, but he's got something left. The shoulder gets up. I thought that was going to be it, for sure. Now Strong, what has he got left in the tank? Both men have got nothing. The rocket kick now. Surely that'll be it. Surely Ohno can't survive. Roderick Strong wins this battle and ends the war between these two rivals. We have a brand new North American champion. Roderick Strong proves that perhaps he was right. The weak link of the team was Cassius Ohno, and Roderick Strong has lifted the dead weight off his shoulders and will now add some championship gold to that very same shoulder. Roderick Strong joins the Undisputed Era and promised to try and take that team to new heights, and tonight he has done it by becoming North American champion. The NXT Women's Championship is on the line as the up-and-coming star of Rhea Ripley will be finally put to the test by perhaps the ultimate test. It is Ripley versus Shayna Baszler. Well, Rhea Ripley in the last month or so has just been on a roll. She's been ferocious. She has dominated the NXT Women's division, and this is only a natural rise to the top. Her wins have put everybody on notice, and the division firmly believes that Ripley is the right competitor to try and take down Baszler. 6 wins to her name now, and I believe 5 of them have come in recent times. And that record is starting to really improve rapidly, and this may be Baszler's toughest challenge to date as champion. This will be a really, really tough contest, and this should be an exciting one for Ripley, with a prospect of potentially dethroning the current champion and becoming champion for herself for the very first time, and really putting the cap on what has been a tremendous rise through the ranks of NXT. Shayna Baszler, the 2-time NXT Women's Champion. She has had a tremendous run. 11 wins to her name, 79% is her record, and she's a big match player. She really doesn't get many opportunities to compete regularly on NXT. We mainly see her on the big stage, that is TakeOver. When we do see her compete, she's as dangerous as ever. Shayna Baszler, full of talent, full of potential, and we have seen her live up to that potential in NXT. And you have to wonder, if she wins tonight, what is the future for her? Who is going to take that title from her? And potentially, would Shayna Baszler think about moving up the ranks to go to Raw or SmackDown? That is a realistic possibility. Shayna Baszler has the world in her hands at the moment. She could really do whatever she wants because nobody's going to stop her. That's the real deal. There is the prize. The Women's Championship on the line. Another title up for grabs. We just crowned our inaugural North American Champion. We've seen the tag titles up for grabs, the Cruiserweight Championship, now the women's title. Still to come, our big main event, EC3 defending the NXT Championship against Tommaso Ciampa. So there's still much more to come, but right now the focus is on the women. Shayna Baszler, as I said, could be in for the toughest fight of her career to date. This is the realistic scenario right here. This is going to be a tough challenge because Ripley has run through her opponents with ease, a bit similar to like Shayna Baszler did in the past. Baszler would run through the competition with ease. Well, this time it's Ripley, and this may be a match that Baszler may not be ready to try and take down. We're underway though. Can the up-and-coming star Rhea Ripley take down the former MMA competitor, now 2-time champion, Shayna Baszler? And Shayna gets the good start there with the suplex, now wrapping the legs around the head of Ripley. And we saw an epic matchup earlier on with the North American title, and I get a feeling this is going to be a really good one as well. Baszler looks ready. She looks prepared. She looks as though she's done the work. She's done the training to get herself in shape for this one. But Ripley, as we said, she's been on a roll. The momentum is there. 5 in a row for her. She's on a bit of a hot streak, and when you get on a bit of a momentum swing like that, you really start to believe in yourself, and you really start to believe that you could go on to become champion when given the chance. This is her chance though, and the cover, a quick kick out of 1. I think for Shayna, she needs to try and win it early. Upset Ripley, get her in a sleeper hold, or try and take her down with some sort of choke, and just utilize those holds that she's got, the submission maneuvers, to try and take her down and make her pass out or make her submit. Ripley, she's got a bit more strength, you feel, when it comes to Shayna. Oh, big kick. And she's quite well traveled as well. Shayna Baszler will need to utilize the MMA background to potentially win this one. Doesn't want to get into a fist fight, you feel, with Ripley. Ripley's got plenty of power behind those strikes. Attempted right hand missing, as now Ripley taken off her feet. And Shayna, I get the feeling that Shayna will be far more technically superior, and she'll be able to keep Ripley off her feet and potentially set her up for the big submission. It's just going to be whether Ripley can power out of it. And now Ripley, oh, she's going for one of her own. She's got a choke applied. The legs wrapped around. But Shayna, she knows how to break out of that one, and she does so very quickly. But there you go, Ripley obviously showing us some of her own technical game, as there's a knee, and that could be a shot that may rock Shayna for a few moments there, but not enough to keep it down for 3. Good to see some versatility on display there from Rhea Ripley, showing us that she's not just about the power, she's not just about brawling, she's got the technical game about her herself. But as we saw though, Shayna did get out of it pretty easily, and that's why I don't necessarily agree with that tactic, but it's good to see that she's trying different things to maybe upset the rhythm of Shayna Baszler, and all the planning that Shayna went into this one, I doubt she was expecting that. Now Shayna has Ripley up the top of the rope, and she might be looking for something big here. Looking to avalanche off the top with a superplex. She's got it! Could be all! Shayna with a cover. Ripley down. No hook of the leg, and that may have cost her. Lackadaisical cover, and that is going to be a reason why Shayna will lose matches. Sometimes gets a little bit too confident and doesn't do the small little fundamentals that can change the course of a match. And just hooking the leg, putting a little bit more pressure on Rhea Ripley, you never know. It might have been the small little difference, but nonetheless, Ripley, connects with the drop toe hold, and Shayna caught some of the table on the way down, and now she's been drop kicked to the table. So the announcer's getting a bit of a close view of the action right now, and Shayna's gone twice to that table. This is where Shayna does not want to be, outside the ring, brawling around, fighting for everything you've got. I don't think Shayna is well suited to that at the moment. Perhaps in years gone by she would have been, but I feel like Ripley may have the upper hand slightly in that area. And certainly right there with the power, with a suplex. Hook of the leg this time, and that's the difference between Ripley and Shayna. Ripley willing to do the small little extras that may put the extra pressure on, and got her a 2 count. Next time it could be 3. And Ripley, a couple of combinations here, starting to build something, and where is she going? Ripley, where is she heading? Shayna's on the ropes. Rhea Ripley connecting! The boots to the face! A bit like a drive-by, and now the hook of the leg. Rhea Ripley could do it, and she can't quite win it. But I tell you what, impressive nonetheless from the number 1 contender. Well, I like the combination, and that's what she needs to continue to do. Combination of maneuvers, build that combo, and really apply the quick burst of offense. A lot of pressure will be put back onto Shayna to try and recover from it. And Shayna, this could be all. She's got it locked in the chokehold. Shayna's got the legs wrapped around, and she's wrenching the body. Shayna may win it right here. Ripley's got to fight, and she's going to do so with some elbows. She just gained a little bit of separation, a small bit of space, and enough to connect with an elbow or two, and able to break free. Difference maker potentially, as Ripley getting a bit of a wake-up call there of just how dangerous Shayna Baszler can be if she's not careful. Rhea Ripley with a kick. And Shayna now dragged towards the middle of the ring. Rhea Ripley to try and win it. And another kick out by Shayna. Well, I've been impressed so far from Rhea Ripley, to be fair to her. She's looked pretty good. She's hanging up there with a champion. She's holding her own. She's certainly competitive. And Shayna's struggled to find the competition that's really tested her. You know, she's had some battles with Kairi Sane in the past, Peyton Royce. But you feel as though this may be her toughest challenge to date. And at the moment, Ripley's certainly giving her a run for her money. And Ripley, though, into the steel ring post. That post is getting a workout tonight. Ripley firing back with some right hands and some stiff strikes right to the jaw. And that rocks Shayna a little bit. And Shayna into the ringside barricade. You don't want to be there if you're Shayna Baszler. You want to keep on taking that offense. And that's harsh offense. There's no give in the barricade. And there's certainly no give in the ring post. Again, this time it's Shayna launched into the ring post. Count of 8. Snap suplex. She's got to get back in the ring. Count of 9. This could be over. Ripley back in. She's got to get back out there and break it up. And she does. Wow. Referee a little bit lenient there. Realized that Ripley was trying to get back in. Could have easily counted her out and this could have been over. It would have been a double count out. Shayna would have kept the title. That's not what we want to see. We want to see a fair and square decision. Whether it's Shayna or whether it's Ripley. And now the big kick. Getting a bit of elevation there on the strike there from Shayna. And Shayna just struggling a little bit here. I think these strikes and this offense from Ripley is some Des press there. Is really upsetting Shayna. They're really doing the damage. And now there's the power. Wow! The sit-out powerbomb. A deadlift into the powerbomb. So impressive. But not enough. And oh, the ropes used against her there. Shayna Baszler, a little bit of a dirty tactic, if you ask me. But nonetheless, it's effective. And Shayna going for the suplex and connecting nicely. And Ripley, she's going to have none of it. She's going to get out of there while she can. Shayna will follow her out there, though. And Ripley and Shayna again battling the outside of the ring. Shayna, though, back inside. Might be a chance for Ripley to try and win it right here. Ripley has Shayna up. Rhea Ripley. Here's the power. Hanging her up in the air. The blood rushing to the head of Shayna Baszler. And Ripley showing off her power. And Shayna could be done and dusted right there. Into the cover. Ripley could win it. Shayna's down. And oh, a kick out just at 2. So close there. Could have been all. It wouldn't have surprised me if it had been all. Shayna Baszler hanging on for dear life. Went for the big running kick. Missing. Finds an elbow instead. And oh, a big roundhouse kick right to the back of the head. Beautiful connection there by Ripley. She got a flush right on the back of the skull. And Ripley, oh no, she gets caught out there. She wasted a bit of time. And Shayna utilizing her veteran instincts and able to get Ripley down. Now she's going to continue the offense. Bring it back towards the middle of the ring. And Ripley taken off her feet again by Shayna. This is a close contest between the two. Right now, this could go either way. Shayna Baszler couldn't quite get it done. Shayna realizing this is going to be very difficult to win it from here. She's taken a beating. And Ripley is focused in on her opponent. But Shayna now with a combination of strikes, lefts and rights, kicks. And now the big kick to take her off her feet. This is when Shayna's at her best. Shayna gonna pick up Ripley. Shayna Baszler with another suplex. It has been a bit of a suplex-a-thon here tonight. I wouldn't call it Suplex City, but it's not far away. These two women are throwing each other around the ring with plenty of ease here tonight. Jawbreaker now by Shayna. And Shayna with a running knee. Caught her on the jaw. Could be all, but quick kick out by Ripley. And she's got enough in the tank at the moment, Ripley, to hang in there. You have to wonder, though, how much longer Can either woman take this punishment? Shayna Baszler with a gut wrench. Beautiful suplex, great connection. Now the deadlift into another suplex for herself. 2 there from Shayna, and that could be enough to put Ripley away. Ripley's taking a beating. Has she got enough in the tank to keep on fighting? And she does with a kick out at 2. Shayna's going to pick her up again. Ripley trying to survive. And oh, she went for the takedown. I think she got enough of it. Wouldn't call it a spear, but more of a just a running her opponent off her feet. And Ripley with a suplex as well. Well, both women have given everything they've got. They're running on fumes at the moment. They're just trying to hang in there. Shayna kicking out. You can tell she's not that quick back to her feet. In fact, she's a little bit lifeless at the moment. Ripley with a right hand. Now, look out! Big time slam! The full Nelson into the slam. Ripley could do it here. And that may be enough. And not quite. It's another kick out. Ripley thought for a moment. And so did I. Shayna Baszler, the champion, will stay in it. To her credit. You've got to wonder how much longer though. Will there be the one next big strike? Or will this match continue on for longer? Both women still showing there's enough fight. Another running knee strike. Shayna could do it here. Another kick out though by Ripley. And both women, here's the deal. They're both trying to kick out quickly. They're both trying to upset one another. They're both trying to tell each other, you're going to have to do more than that. And Shayna, here we go. She's going to look for the submission here. And she's going to try and choke out her opponent. Shayna, she's got it locked in. Probably could try and connect around that arm a little bit better. She probably lost a bit of her grip, I feel. And not enough to force the submission. Big kick to the face. And I think because she lost a bit of her grip, she's lost the chance to win this match. Back body drop. Now the knee. Couple of knees here, lefts and rights. Combination of knee strikes there from Rhea Ripley. Right on target. And Ripley, fortunate enough to stay in this match, and she's obviously prepared well to find a way to get out of the submission. But you felt as though Shayna just lost her grip, and maybe lost her chance to keep the grip on the championship at the end of the night. Plenty of suplexes as we see another one again. Shayna now, she's down. No hook of the leg though from Ripley, could cost her. Kick out again. Shayna's down. She's struggling. Ripley, this is where the fact that she's new to this environment, new to this big stage, could cost her. She needs to strike while the iron is hot. Strike right now when she's got Shayna in position. Rhea Ripley trying to do it here. She's got her up and drives her down with a big slam again. Ripley to do it. Ripley to become champion. And she has. Rhea Ripley wins the NXT Women's Championship. We have crowned a new star tonight. Shayna Baszler defeated by Ripley. And Ripley's momentum has turned into the ultimate reward. The NXT Women's Championship now in her possession. We've got ourselves a new champion, ladies and gentlemen. What a matchup between these two. Suplexes, lefts and right strikes, kicks, submission attempts. It really had it all. It was a very tough encounter. Both women just gave everything they had tonight. And you can see the adulation there from Rhea Ripley. She has done it. This is what she's been working towards. It has been a tremendous little period for her, and she's capitalized on the momentum, and she now is the Women's Champion of NXT. We're here with the champion EC3 tonight. You defend against Tommaso Ciampa, the man who beat you just a few weeks ago. Are you confident tonight that you will be walking out as champion? Listen, tonight, win, lose, or draw, this is a night for me to prove just how great I really am. I have been disrespected by so many people. Everyone has told me that I was a paper champion, I don't deserve to be in this position, and I am no longer wanted or needed in this company. But I tell you this, I have beaten the competition that's been put in front of me. I have proven that I deserve to be a top star in this industry. And whether you people want to appreciate me or not, I will take my talents elsewhere if I have to. Tonight I proved that I deserve to be the champion. Yes, Ciampa beat me a few weeks ago, but let's face it, I was not exactly trying my hardest. Tonight, you're going to see the full EC3 give 110%, and you're going to see just why I am in the top 1%. Cocky, arrogant, and egomaniac. That's a few ways to describe EC3, full of himself, but interesting to note that, look, if he's not appreciated here in NXT, he'll go somewhere else to be appreciated. Here tonight, he defends that championship against this man, Tommaso Ciampa, the former Cruiserweight champion, now turned heavyweight. This is a man that has proven to everyone that he is a star in the making. 25 wins, 76% of those matches have been a win for Tommaso Ciampa. He has been nearly flawless for quite some time, including a win over EC3. That's what gained him this one-on-one opportunity here tonight at TakeOver. He proved to become good enough to become #1 contender when he beat EC3. He proved that I definitely believe he can beat EC3 again on the big stage and become champion. EC3, everyone has doubted him. Everyone has said that he's a paper champion, he's lucky to be champion, and, well, he just said a moment ago he didn't really try against Tommaso Ciampa. Well, you better hope he tries tonight, because if he doesn't, we're going to have a new champion. Ciampa slowly approaches the ring. He's in no hurry. He's in no rush. Tommaso Ciampa is ready for the biggest match of his NXT career. And this is for the big prize. There's no doubt about it. His record speaks for itself. Tommaso Ciampa has got all the credentials and he can back it up. EC3, on the other hand, well, the jury still seems to be out. He's beaten Johnny Gargano for the championship he originally wanted in a fatal 4-way, and there's still a few doubters. EC3 has been trying to shut everybody up, trying to prove everybody wrong. People still say he's not the man for the job, he's not the right guy to be champion. Well, he still proclaims he's the #1% here in NXT, that nobody can beat him on the big stage. 13 wins to his name, 68% of his matches have been a win, so that's a very impressive record. So I'm still confused as to why there is the doubt there, but EC3 just feels like he has his detractors, and he's always got something to prove. Well, tonight EC3 has the chance to prove to everyone that he is a star. While some may not appreciate his talents, EC3 is willing to do whatever it takes to prove that he deserves to be where he is. Underappreciated is often a word thrown around, but EC3 seems to be quite underappreciated by the NXT fans. Undervalued. Well, tonight he gets a chance to shut all that down and show everyone just how great he really is. Well, here we go. The NXT Championship on the line. The top prize here in NXT, held by some of the greats. Some of those names include AJ Styles, the inaugural champion, Bobby Roode, Drew McIntyre, Adam Cole. EC3, the champion now, has to defend that prize against the emerging Tommaso Ciampa. This will be a true battle for the ages. The NXT Championship up for grabs. Our main event for tonight's TakeOver, that's underway. And straight away, Ciampa looking to get the early advantage here. And he's trying to get EC3 outside the ring to get us underway. And Tommaso Ciampa, of course, Cruiserweight champion at one point. He's been there before and had plenty of success. And Tommaso Ciampa went away, got himself into tremendous shape. He was two-time Cruiserweight champion, and he had kind of been there and done everything he could do in that division. He decided it's time to move up and try and challenge for the big prize, but he felt as though he needed to get a bit more size about him so he could match up with the likes of Sullivan and EC3, just to name a few, some of the big heavyweights into the division. He's been able to do so, and he's been able to transform
form himself into a true main event star. And oh, early submission here with the guillotine. Locked it in. EC3. There's the power straight away out of it. And just shrugs off Tommaso Ciampa. And EC3, as we said, he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's got a point to prove. Still has his doubters. Big clothesline. But the fact remains, he's been champion, well, for about 4 months. And that's no easy feat. That's not been something you can really just blow over and scoff at. That is an incredible run. He won it back at NXT Takeover 12 in that 4-way. Of course, he beat Johnny Gargano. And now, if he can beat Tommaso Ciampa tonight, well, the jury's, certainly come to the conclusion that he is the real deal. But I still feel as though, if you've been champion for 4 months, you need to have that respect by now. And it's been a bit of a shame that people haven't appreciated EC3 as much as he would like. And I get it, he's pretty cocky, pretty arrogant. And when you got a guy who looks $1 million like he does, it can be sometimes hard to feel sorry for him. It can be sometimes hard to like him, especially when he has the ego the size that he does. So the crowd have certainly given him nothing, and even the peers in the back in the locker room haven't shown the respect to EC3 either. Tonight, it's all about gaining that respect once and for all. And quickly just drives Ciampa's head straight into the canvas. Nice execution there by the champion. And now the right hand to follow it up. This is what he does best. Keeps the offense going, keeps attacking, keeps striking away. Ciampa, his legs caught in the ropes, and that cost him the chance to move out of the way for that right hand, and EC3 caught him again. And Ciampa trying again. He's gone for this submission on a few occasions here, really trying to choke out EC3. Clearly sees that as his avenue of success here tonight. He needs to find that submission in his own opinion to win here. He's gone to it a few times. EC3 scouting it out early, and again drives him head first. I get the feeling that EC3 maybe, very much so prepared for the submission, and Ciampa's going for it a few many times. EC3 is expecting it to come now. If that's the case, that's a difficult scenario for Tommaso Ciampa to put himself into here. EC3 dropping the elbow again. And there's the kick there to Ciampa. EC3 drives that knee in the back of his head. Working down on Tommaso Ciampa now. And EC3, that headlock driver now. He's utilized that a few times. And Ciampa fires back with a knee. And some right hands. Thought he might have been going for the cover. Instead, he wanted to continue the strikes. Probably more effective nonetheless. And the challenger who has beaten EC3 before has a chance to do it again tonight. This time the title on the line. This is when it counts the most. EC3 said, hey, I didn't really try in that first matchup between us. Well, I hope he's trying now. EC3, the front face lock into the drawbreaker. Certainly seems like he's trying. Certainly seems like he's trying to do everything he can to get out of this one unscathed. Keep that title. Ciampa on top of the ropes. EC3 looking to take a risk. EC3 up top, up high, and into the avalanche power slam. Hooks the leg. Ciampa quickly kicks out though. Ciampa having none of it, despite the fact that move would have hurt big time. But Ciampa looking to make a bit of a statement there, saying nothing's going to keep me down that easily. And EC3 now combinations as he grabbed onto the arm and kept dragging the body of Ciampa back to his feet as he connected with those chops and right hands. Attempted drop kick, missing. And now Ciampa has the arm and he's got it wrenched back. Will the champion submit? Really working on that arm. And Ciampa shrugged off though. EC3, he may be in a bit of pain. EC3! Beautiful takedown there. And now, the modified STO, EC3 could do it! And he nearly did. Count of 2.5. And Ciampa having to work there to stay in this match. Not easy. And it's never easy against the champion. EC3 looking for the 1%er now. Got him up the shoulders and he connects. Could be all. The champion to do it. Ciampa's in trouble. EC3 to retain. Oh, he just kicked out at 2.5. And the champion cannot believe it. Thought he had him beat. And now just drops him straight in front of him. And oh, Ciampa wisely got out of the way. Oh, he went for the right hand, missing. But he's got the belly. No, he gets the head, but in the knee to follow it up. Good combination there by the challenger. Now Ciampa going to line him up. He's stalking his prey. But EC3 not having it. A nice counter by the champ. He realized what Ciampa was going to go for. He's going to try and win this one. And the Blackheart can't quite do it yet. Number one contender for a reason. It's not just because he's beaten EC3. He beat Lars Sullivan recently as well. He's been on the rise for a while. This has been a long time coming for him. This is the main event scenario he's been dreaming of. And EC3 down with a back body drop. And a right hand by the champion. Oh, he's dropped to a knee though. EC3, cardio could be an issue. Ciampa capitalizing with a knee. And Ciampa has him up. And drives him. Oh, the head collided with the canvas. And Ciampa could be about to win. But that's a worrying sign if the champion was down to a knee that quickly and that early into the matchup. Ciampa and EC3 fighting away. Ciampa finds a knee. EC3 back up and slammed down again by Ciampa. Well, I tell you what, this is not good news if you're EC3. He's slowing down. Ciampa's building momentum. Now a chance for the champion. Drops him onto the top of the turnbuckle. And that may be what he needs to work his way back into it. But Ciampa quickly swats away the dropkick attempt. Went for one of his own. And this time the champion able to swat away the dropkick. And Ciampa up in the air. EC3 showing his power. Bit of hang time. A little bit like Rhea Ripley earlier on the night. EC3. What about the power on display? EC3 looking fantastic in the last little bit, but before that, in big trouble. Oh, headlock driver again. Yeah, when he shows off his power, he really looks great. He really looks tough to beat. When he's throwing you around the ring, he's got all the power in the world. There's really not a lot you can do. Not many men can match up well to it. But when he's just been met with the strikes, the vicious strikes of Ciampa, he just can't really gain any momentum, EC3. But at the moment, EC3 had control, but Ciampa trying to get himself back into it with a series of German suplexes. There's two, looking for one more perhaps, and he hangs on to it. And this time releases it. 3 German suplexes for Ciampa. And EC3 with a DDT. And Ciampa, realizing that EC3 is trying to pump himself up here, needs to try and get out of this corner, needs to try and dig deep. EC3 is trying to surge his way back into control, back into a winning predicament. Ciampa wisely gets out of the ring. EC3 couldn't find the right. And EC3, oh, he's got up on the shoulders now. Oh no, oh! Planted down in front of him. And the champion bragging a little bit and taunting the crowd. Letting them all know how great he is. That could be a mistake, though. And now, EC3 met with a dropkick. Well, we've only had 3 NXT champions in the past year here in Universe Mode. It goes to show the level of competition here in NXT and how difficult it is to hang on to that championship. Big knee there by Ciampa. You know, it's so difficult to hang on to it, but it's even more difficult to win it. Our champions have been the very best of the best, and they've had to be if they want to remain champion. And EC3 now, once again with a submission. The guillotine again, trying to lock him up, trying to submit him, tap him out. Oh, harsh landing there by Ciampa. Now the champion's got him up, and we'll just toss him down. And there's the power. Into the cover now, EC3. And he gets a 1. Well, EC3 was prepared for the right. The Ciampa with a running knee. And now the backbreaker. Well, EC3, he's gaining momentum. He's really looking pretty confident now after a tough start. He's, even getting fatigued for a while there. He's just starting to get things back on track. And oh no! Just when I say that, he's tossed down to the outside, over the top of the rope. But quickly EC3 fires back. If I'm EC3, I don't mind a count out, to be honest with you. Take what you can get out of here and live to fight another day as champion. Why not? And now he's firing in with some right hands, utilizing the barricade to keep Ciampa up to his feet. A perfect foundation for those rights. This is brawl to the outside a little bit now. Count of 6. This could be a tough scenario for Ciampa if he's not careful. EC3 just drove him head first. Ciampa in a bit of trouble now. Not only that, the count continues to grow. Count of 8. And to his credit, the champion gets back in the ring. He could have easily stayed out there, got a count out and walked away. He's got something to prove tonight, EC3. And he wants to get Ciampa back out there. Maybe take a breather. We know his conditioning's been a little problem in this match so far. And he's just trying to take things a little bit easy at the moment. Tossing Ciampa outside, back inside, and just wasting a bit of time. And oh, the referee bowled over. But once again, he's okay. He's had a bit of a tough night, this ref, but he's pretty resilient, this man. And Ciampa, just the savage strikes there. And lining up EC3, all in position. Tough scenario here for the champion. Met with a knee right to the head. EC3 could be down. Ciampa to do it. New champion. A kick out. But EC3 is down. Met with that big knee. Tommaso Ciampa now hooks the arms. Underhook into the slam. Ciampa to do it. Tommaso Ciampa to win it all. Win the prize of NXT Champion. Tommaso Ciampa sets up EC3 in what was an unlikely scenario for a while there. I thought EC3 was going to be on the verge of winning. Ciampa found a knee, then the underhook, and he has done it. Tommaso Ciampa is the new NXT Champion, ending the 4-month reign of EC3. What a performance by both men tonight. But Tommaso Ciampa has got his baby right there in his arms. He is the new champion, ladies and gentlemen. That is TakeOver. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Universe Mode. Plenty more to come. Next up, we have the Elimination Chamber. And we are on the road to WrestleMania, ladies and gentlemen. Plenty more to come. Leave a like on it if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to see more. Follow me on Twitch. Twitch.tv/BrendenPlayz. Follow me on Twitter @BrendenPlayz. Thanks for watching. See you next time.